如今的 RNG 今非昔比，我们不会给对手留下任何反扑的机会。
I'm gonna stand there and lift the trophy again.
为了无悔，为了胜利，为了站在世界。
Like the DPS crit build with Infinity Edge, so not kind of the more bruisery one.
So not seeing all the mages we would expect, but there is that Yasuo, and mainly the regular bans we would see coming out of Phase 1 is that Morgana is first pick for Cloud9.
Yeah, very quick early stages here of the champion select as TSM very secure on what they wanted to go for. The Sejuani very clearly, has this great synergy with melee champions, and so often in this current meta, we've seen her paired with teams that are running double solo lane melee champions. Already the Aatrox there, probably going to go to Hauntzer. He did get counterpicked versus Team Liquid by the Renekton, and Impact really destroyed him, but looks like he's more confident on it now.
That'll be his third pick for the Aatrox. He's also Sejuani, you said, going to Grig on the side of Cloud9. That Aurelia pick, something that has been going to Bjergsen in the hands of Golden Glue, possibly with a Trundle.
Yeah, Aurelia can definitely be flexed to the bottom lane, but we've seen her
as they waste the time down here and use all of it to discuss what they're going to do.
All right, Brand has been super popular down for the bottom lane for one of the mages, either as a support, or the carry down there. But meanwhile, on TSM's side, I mentioned Sven and how we're not really expecting him to reach into that pool. He has played a lot of them in solo queue and even played like Orin carry or something like that. But in the LCS, the only other marksman he's played is the Varus, which is also still on the table for him. Meanwhile, if we're looking at the solo lane matchups, TSM would probably want to put their Darius versus the Aurelia, try and find which lane that is going to, while Cloud9 are going to look for the Renekton into Aatrox one if they do switch it around. So now they've got an extra little trump card here with Impact already putting on display, the Renekton early game into Aatrox, very dominating lane phase, and kind of threatening that one again.
What will happen? They lock in the Varus. They take down the time all the way to 0, and it does get locked in as they discuss how this composition is going to work, where it's going to go. With that Varus and Tahm Kench locked in, they have an obvious bottom lane for Cloud9 to look at. But we're seeing where this Aatrox and Darius will go.
Yeah, and remember, this is 8.12 still, by the way, so that's the reason I mentioned the Varus. Not only is it, Sven's only other marksman played, but
for Svenskeren, a few more hits, comes down. No gray health coming in for Mithy. He goes down immediately. Svenskeren looking for a way out. Sven's going to be able to route in quickly, but just over the wall. If they get vision of Sven, they could probably turn this one around. Smoothie over very fast. He puts himself in the frying pan, and he gives Mithy and Grig a kill.
Oh, Grig's able to flash away from the binding. Smoothie went all in for that one, and it gives another kill over to Sven. That's 2 here, racked up for TSM, even though Cloud9 got the first blood bonus, and we're sitting at very close gold because of the exchange.
Mithy smiling from that. He says, I was gone, but it was a great show to watch. We'll see it again right here as C9 went a little too deep.
Oh, yeah. Smoothie's able to land another binding on the Mithy there. And Mithy had flash, by the way, so that was another case of Mithy, giving up the first blood. But since Grig was already on the way down to cut off the escape, and Svenskeren had used his flash to get out of tower range, Svenskeren didn't have his flash to get
much more damage to turrets. See the top lane teleports coming in. We figured if these would start a play. Licorice going very low. Hauntzer already has the ultimate down, so he's got a little bit of that range. Is it enough? No Dark Flight to follow up on the fight. Looking to disarm Bjergsen, he does. The flawless duet locks him down. Bjergsen's there with Svenskeren. Goes down as Jensen is here for the past few minutes. Haven't gotten their use. Hauntzer and Jensen go back for a tower shot. Dark Flight now into Jensen. A possible error here as he gets himself a little too close, and Hauntzer says thank you.
Hauntzer is like, what are you doing, Jensen?
See how both teams play.
Oh, sounds like Tahm Kench.
Abyssal Voyage. He's all alone, but he's got other members in front of the turret. They quickly take down Jensen, and Mithy does get a quick lick on that one to get himself on the assist. C9, like I said, going mid, though. Does TSM have the power to stop this push? Dark Flight out. The pillar's just a little bit short as Hauntzer made it over. He is full for Bloodwell, so he's going to get himself back to safety. TP now from Sven towards the top lane. They feel like they have the damage in from Jensen. Chain of Corruption. Oh, the Black Shield from Smoothie.
Smoothie there on the roam as well, and they're able to escape successfully. And that, again, is going to be a spotlight here on this TSM duo. Mithy on the Tom Kench. He's going to have to be the one. Whoa, never mind.
Caught up on the top side. Jensen not feeling this one, but Svenskaren's there to help. Smoothie's just on the backside to deliver the black shield and allow him to keep moving. Jensen makes it off to the right side, but that's going to be right under the feet of Hanser as he starts slicing and dicing, getting into the fight. Sven is going to be the one grabbing these kills as Golden Glue and Licorice check around to see if anybody else can go down, but the fight in the favor of TSM.
Yeah, both top laners channeling their teleports here and arriving. One extra kill over to TSM.
One big ultimate down. A little bit of chaos in the calls probably, but they don't fully want it. Oh, right on the edge. Greg gets himself caught, and Bjergsen's just on the end. Shield goes on to him, and now they are on to Mithy, who will fall just over the pit. Svenskaren follows and chomps him down.
And that's the thing, when you're playing against a Trundle, that's why we say there's so many viable targets, that it doesn't have to be the Varus. He's just the best one. They immediately ultimate, Svenskaren uses his ultimate onto Grig, melts the resistances there for Sejuani, and they burn right through him. Now, it is a Baron bait. They've started it up, and TSM are heading in.
Sometimes it feels better when you know you're just going for the pause on the Baron. TSM need to yo-yo back and forth. C9 choosing whether they want a target. In goes Hanser, though, right onto the pit. 1,200 health for Baron.
They also can't do anything while they're in your belly. No without DPS.
A lot of damage onto Hanser. If he gets stacked up, though, he's feeling good. Hanser goes down immediately. Licorice is low with Jensen. The shield is on, and he is out. Bjergsen is following, though, as he wants to take Jensen down. Slices him, and Jensen falls. Bjergsen now trying to route the left side of C9 as Mithy comes in with the Abyssal Voyage. He's just a distraction. He needs to stay alive long enough for the rest of TSM, but C9 seem to have the fight handled as Smoothie and
kills for themselves, but now Cloud9 under the Baron.
It never ends with this match, Kobe. 35 minutes on the clock. TSM just picked up 2 kills. It was 10-10. They look to make it a little better in their favor. Possibly no advantage. They get the pin. Baron damage. Oh, but he's going to be able to get it before he goes down. They take down mid and Griggy. Mithy and Grig. Words.
Griggy,
how the hell did that happen?
Sejuani. Oh my God.
Help. But it is going to be Licorice being able to join back into the fight now. He is teleported behind the team. Tries to get the Predator strike down onto Sven, but he's caught up and spit out. Grig on the backside, looking to deliver more crowd control as Licorice goes in. Hanser in the backside doing a 3v1 as Grig almost goes down to Svenskaren. Hanser, or the Resurrect rather, onto Jensen as Hanser is going ham on the back line. And there goes Cloud9 dropping to the Rift as TSM take control of the fight and make their way into the base.
They never finish off Sven. Mithy gets another Devourer off. He lives, and this is gonna be Bjergsen, Sven, and Mithy trying to end the game.
Perfect focus from a team that has the late game prowess behind them. The history of TSM always says they'll take the late game fights, and that's where they bring this Rift. It's going to be 40 minutes on the clock, 15-4, and they may possibly be stopped by Golden Glue as Jensen as they look for another wave to come in. 20 seconds on those respawn timers.
Yeah, with all the super minions, it's going to be difficult for Cloud9 to even put out enough DPS.
Apprehend. Bjergsen almost goes down as he goes in, but he gets a little bit of a heal. The bleed on the Golden Glue with minions takes him down, and that's going to be it for TSM. They take down Cloud9 in beautiful fashion.
Oh! What a comeback there for TSM. Mithy's Tom Kench, in the end, the Abyssal Voyage takes them all the way to the finish line. They steal the Baron, they run it back through Cloud9's base, and get the victory.
Oh my word, what a back and forth all game. 2,000 gold leads being switched